Hello everybody and welcome back to Frank's Collecting Castle and more movies for SLASHERtober, or Volume 2, or Part 2, however you want to phrase it. So I got some really nice recommendations here for, it's not all slasher movies, but it's great horror movies that you can watch in this month of October, obviously. And I know everybody at this month does their lists of movies they're gonna watch, so I'm doing it as well, obviously. But just gonna have some really nice recommendations of movies that I really like, movies that I recommend you all watching. So start off with a great one, Eden Lake, Kelly Riley, Michael Fassbender. This is a really gruesome slasher. It's almost a bit of folk horror to it as well, but damn is it good. It's really freaking dark. It's violent. It's gruesome. I really like it. It's a great movie. Yeah, there's a couple of scenes in here that are really violent, but I really do enjoy this movie. Don't know the is it James Watkins? That's the director. I'm not sure, but I know the director has made some other decent horror as well. But yeah, Eden Lake, highly recommend this one. This is obviously about the couple of Fassbender and Kelly Riley. It goes on a camping trip and meet these, they go on the beach and there's these kids that disturb them, or teenagers, however, and they suck. Things go bad from there, sort of say. But yeah, Eden Lake, great freaking movie. The next movie here I have mentioned and talked about a lot of times, and I'm gonna do it again. One of my absolute favorite horror movies of all time is Suspiria. What can I say about this movie that hasn't been said 1,000 times over? This is one of the greatest horror movies of all time. I love it so much. It's an amazing experience. It's an amazing visual feast for your eyes. It's a feast for your ears with the soundtrack. It's a witch story. You know, the acting, yeah, it's not great. The plot is paper thin, but it's an experience. And I just wished I can see this in the cinemas. If it ever replays here where I live, I'd go see it in a heartbeat. But yeah, Suspiria. To me, this is Dario Argento's masterpiece. I know a lot of people have like Tenebrae or Deep Red first, but Suspiria to me is number one. I truly love this movie so much. And for Halloween, you can't do much better than Suspiria. Moving on, we got a horror comedy, Cabin in the Woods. I'm a big fan of this movie. I know not everybody likes this movie. I think it's kind of diversive because it makes fun of all the tropes of horror. And obviously the cabin is one, and the woods is one, and the teenagers and all that stuff. But I think this is a freaking great movie. It's Josh Whedon, right? I think this is so much fun. It's, yeah, he takes all the tropes of every single horror movie trope and blends into this. It's not horrifying. It's a lot of fun. I'm a huge fan of The Cabin in the Woods. I just highly recommend it. If you want a good time, pick up Cabin in the Woods. It's a great movie. Next up, The Descent. Great freaking movie. awesome creature feature. Really suspenseful. If you have like claustrophobia, don't. Maybe you shouldn't get this, because obviously it's about this group of women that goes into these caves. They get lost in the caves, and things go wrong from there, because in the caves you have some horrible creatures. I know there was a second one of this, The Descent 2. Never seen it. Don't really have an interest, because you don't need a second one. You need to watch this one. Great movie. Very good, like, suspense feeling to it. And yeah, watch this, the Descent. It's a great one. If you want something really bloody, really freaking gory, that have come out in the last couple of years, The Sadness. This is so over the top. It's bonkers. It's a crazy freaking movie. The amount of blood in this movie has to be like tons and tons and tons of gallons of blood. The violence in this movie is so over the top. It's insane. This is an insane movie about people in, I think it's Taiwan. It's supposed to be in Taiwan. There's this virus that makes people incredibly violent and incredibly sexually active. It's just the most violent freaking movie you're ever gonna see. But I say it's a dark comedy, and it has some social commentary to it as well, if you pick up on it, with the government, and it makes social commentary on, I would say it makes social commentary on you know, the pandemic and the way it was taken care of by the government in Taiwan and other places. I'm not going to get into political things here, but The Sadness, if you want gore, if you want violence, if you want blood, this is for you. A dark comedy. I have it as that. And man, if you're sensitive, probably shouldn't watch this. We go for something completely different, and that's The Eyes of Laura Mars. Faye Dunaway, Tommy Lee Jones. This is a American giallo. This is an American version of a giallo. So Faye Dunaway plays this fashion photographer who gets premonitions. She sees murders through the eyes of the murderer. And she tries to like tell the police and the detective, Tommy Lee Jones, what's going on. And she keeps getting these premonitions of these murders. And it's a really, really great movie. I picked up this nice edition from Indicator, Powerhouse Indicator. Get a lot of great special features. But I highly recommend this movie. And if you like, or maybe I should say, if you're not a huge fan of giallo movies, get this, because it's not like as giallo-y, sort of say, if you understand me. It's not as giallo-y as the typical Italian giallo. This makes a little more sense. Sort of say it has more of a story, and it's just a great movie. I highly recommend this one. This is The Eyes of Laura Mars. I think, if I'm not wrong, John Carpenter was the writer for this, and it was directed by Irvin Kershner. Yeah, it doesn't say, but I think, yeah, story by John Carpenter. Yeah, I didn't know that at the time, but yeah, that's pretty cool that he did some a giallo-esque movie. Next up, a great zombie movie, great found footage zombie movie. one of the best found footage movies in my point, and that is Rec, the Spanish movie Rec. The second one, Rec 2, is also really good, which completely continues the story. The third one I have not seen, and not really interested in seeing the third one. I do have the second one as well, but this one is really, really good. So it's about this film crew, television crew, don't have any pictures here, that follows or that wants to follow work at a daily police station, or not police station, sorry, fire station. And the fire station gets a call, so they go out for the call to this apartment building, and it's quarantined, and obviously there's zombies, and it goes on from there. It's really well done. One of the absolute best found footage and zombie movies you're ever going to see. I think most of you have already seen Rec, but I highly recommend it. The final movie I'm going to recommend today is a Japanese horror by the great Takeshi Miike, and it's Audition. So Audition is a slow burn, sort of say. It starts off basically like a romantic drama, almost comedy sense to it, but the last 20 minutes, perhaps 20-30 minutes, this movie takes a twist and takes a turn and definitely becomes a Takeshi Miike movie. And it's gruesome and it's violent, like Takeshi Miike tends to do his movies. And obviously this little woman here is she's horrible. This is an incredibly violent movie, but I think it's a great movie. The storytelling of this movie is pretty damn good, and all the actors in this movie is great. The storytelling, you know, Takeshi Miike, he's brilliant in his movie making. He's a guy that has made and directed over 100 movies. He basically doesn't say no to movies. They just ask him, "You want to do this movie?" And he says, "Yes, I'll do that." And he does it. But he comes up with his own stories, and he's made a lot of great movies through the years. And I have a few of his movies, but this is one of the best. Vicious, violent movie, but it's a great one. So those are the recommendations I have for you today. That's Audition, Rec, Eyes of Laura Mars, The Sadness, The Descent, Cabin in the Woods, Suspiria, and Eden Lake. So, what do you guys think about these movies? Are they good selections? Do you like these movies? Do you don't like these movies? Please comment down below and let me know what you think about these movies. I really appreciate all the comments. I love getting comments from you. I think that's very important to have a conversation. Let's have a conversation about these movies and about SLASHERtober. And let me know down below. Give me that thumb up if you want to. And if you want more content like this, more videos like this, maybe a possible subscribe as well. And until the next time, we'll see you again soon, everybody. And have a good one. Bye.